Today I'm gonna show you how to never fail the Shattervale boss fight ever again. So make sure you smash the like button, subscribe for more content, and let's get this. Alright guys, so we are pretty much ready for the boss fight, but before we go there, I want to talk to you a bit about Loadout. And today we're not gonna use the Raygun Mark II SMG variant, we're gonna use the AMR mod for sniper. Because with double tap and double standard augment, it does this in the body. Yeah, 19,000 damage in the body. You don't need to go for crit spots anymore. In the crit spot it does around 22,000, so it's only a 3,000 damage difference, and you can do that. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. The loadout is going to be on the screen right now. A lot of people recommend to use the CFH barrel, but it increases the ADS a bit too much and I don't really like that, so I'm just going to keep it like this to be a bit more mobile. Of course, if you're scared of using snipers because they're slow, because they don't have a lot of ammo, reload is kind of slow as well, go for the Raygun Mark II with the SMG variant, which is the blue one. That thing will be absolutely fantastic, but if you want to do the most amount of damage possible and beat the boss fight as soon as possible, well, the AMR mod for sniper will get the job done super easy. Now, let's move on to perks. I would highly advise everybody to get all the perks in the game, even though, for example, Melee Macchiato or Depth Perception is not gonna be that good. But, for example, you have with you a Raindrops or an on-the-house Gobble Gum, and you use your Quick Revive. If you pop one of these, you're gonna get your Quick Revive back. But if you don't have Melee Macchiato and you use your Quick Revive, you might get Melee Macchiato instead of Quick Revive. So definitely get all the perks with you if you know you're gonna get Gobble Gums that give you perks back. Unless you get a Perkaholic, that thing will just give you everything. I'm gonna put on the screen right now pretty much every augment that I'm using for my perks, just because I'm pretty sure some of you want to see this. But the most important perks are going to be Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Jog, PhD, Double Tap, and Stamina. I feel like mobility and damage are gonna be super important right here. When it comes to the field upgrade, I will take with me Ether Shroud and of course the extra charge, because when you're in Ether Shroud the boss cannot see you, so you can do extra damage in there. Now, let's finally move on to Gobble Gums. Here, I don't really recommend Gobble Gums too much, but if it is to use something, I would go for Temporal Gift with an insta-kill, and finally, I would go for a Shields Up. I feel like Shields Up is like one of the most underrated Gobble Gums in the game. It's so good, and it's a blue, and it lasts for pretty long. Basically, you have such better armor compared to, well, normal one. But of course, you can have with you a Perkaholic and stuff like that to make your life a lot easier in case you go down or anything like that. And lastly, I would highly advise you guys take with you a Chopper Gunner. Chopper Gunners are gonna be absolutely insane against this boss fight. For example, on the 4th phase, when he's like the most aggro and he attacks you all the time, well, you can pretty much finish that phase with a Chopper Gunner in solo. So definitely take one with you. You can take a hand cannon as well, but that thing does insane damage, but unfortunately it doesn't have a lot of bullets, so Chopper Gunner is the best choice right here. But anyways, let's start the boss fight and let's show you how to actually beat every phase. There's 4 phases in total. First 2 ones are pretty easy, and then the last 2 are gonna be a bit harder. But this AMR mod 4 is gonna make things so much easier. So let's get this going. Alright, I'm gonna skip the cutscene right here because no spoilers. I'm pretty sure not everybody has seen this yet, so let's keep it spoiler free. And here we are, ready for the boss fight. Look at this guy. Well, he's gonna do those attacks on the first phase, and he's just gonna follow you around the arena, try to eat you. Make sure you slide as much as you can, keep distance away from him as much as you can. And look at this damage. We're doing over 10,000 damage on the body. And in the crit spot, we're doing 7,500. Is it worth to go for crit spots? Not really. Watch out, he's gonna eat some of these green zombies that you see on the floor. Try not to kill them because they're pretty slow and they're pretty tanky. And when he eats them, shoot them in his belly and they blow up and do 24,000 damage, which is the maximum amount of damage you can do to this boss fight. Look at that, they explode and do a massive amount of damage. So definitely go for them. Phase 1 is pretty much done. Okay, let's move out of the way. After he eats them, he's gonna spit them on the ground and he's gonna create those like green circles on the floor which slow you down and do a bit of damage. But we are pretty much done with phase 1 right here. Let's do a bit of extra damage. There we go. Whenever he's up there, you can still do a bit of extra damage. Just keep shooting. Look at that. We're almost done with phase 2 as well while he was up there. Right now, he's gonna be immune. We cannot do damage to him. He's gonna spit out that green stuff, and then there's gonna be like super sprinters coming for you. This is gonna be a bit annoying, but you can take them out pretty easily. Have with you a decoy or something like that, and then just go to town on them. Look how good this AMR is, man. Such a fantastic weapon. I absolutely love this thing. It's gonna stay up there for like 30-40 seconds and stuff like that. Try to take care of the super sprinters as fast as you can, because they're not gonna disappear after he comes back. And now, second phase, pretty easy as well. He's gonna do basically the same things as he did in the first phase. So all you wanna do is just do damage to him. Just run around the arena, let him eat some of the green guys. As you can see, if you get close to him, he's gonna like try to bite you, and he does a lot of damage. Also, try to not stay behind him, because he does a tail attack and that does a lot of damage. Unless you want to ride him, you can actually ride the dino and do a lot of damage to him with a melee weapon. But look at that, phase 2 is almost done. Let's see if he's gonna eat some of the green guys. No, he's gonna do another one of those jumping attacks, which, not gonna lie, looks kind of funny. Alright, there he is. Doing a bunch of damage. Phase 2 is kind of done. If you hit his tail, you can't really do damage. Alright, he turned green. That means phase 2 is done as well. And now he's becoming super aggressive. So let's try to do as much damage as we can while he's up there. Look at that. Fantastic. Fantastic. We still have a lot of decoys. There's an extra one on the floor right here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait for the zombies to kind of push me a bit. Show that decoy, and then pick this one up. Of course, he disappeared. This is just my luck in this game, I swear. Throw some impact grenades. There's another one on the floor. Like, try to take care of these zombies as fast as you can. You can go into Ether Shroud. You can use your ray gun if you have your second weapon with you and stuff like that. It's gonna make things a lot easier. As I said, much like last time, you want to take care of these zombies. Now, he's gonna be super aggressive. And this is the phase that he's gonna like run around a lot and things. So what I like to do, this is where I pop my temporal gift, my insta-kill, and I go into Ether Shroud. And now I just go to town on him. Look at that, 13,000 damage. Come on, buddy. We still have another Ether Shroud charge. There we go, very nice. A free fire Gobble gum is super nice with this gun, because you empty the magazine so fast. Another phase is almost done. I'm gonna also pop my my shields up. Oh, there we go. He's pretty much done. Another phase is pretty much done. That was so fast. This weapon is insane, man. This weapon is insane, and we still have 30 seconds of that insta kill. All right, let's throw a decoy down there. Oh, I should have thrown it in the gas right here. Okay, do some damage. There we go. Get some of the ammo from the floor. Now on the last phase, he's gonna be even more aggressive than usual. Having an Ether Shroud back on this phase could be absolutely fantastic as well. Whoa, let's not lose our quick revive. And now, we just go into the chopper gunner. And look how much damage this thing does. He's just gonna run around the arena. And you do around almost 1,000 damage per hit. And well, you can shoot this for like 40 seconds, 45 seconds. How much is it? And look at the health go away. And the reason I prefer this over a hand cannon, even though that does more damage, well, you're pretty much immune in this phase. Like, he cannot damage you. And you can just damage him and just basically get it. It's a pretty much a get out of jail free card. There we go. He just had a bit of health left. Now we're just gonna spam the hell out of him. And he's done. Just like that. The dino has been beaten. Look at that. That was easy, wasn't it? We did it on round 31. Like, you're not supposed to be on this round. You can do it like a lot earlier, but I wanted to, you know, upgrade everything, and I did take an early down because I didn't pay attention. But as you guys could see, boss fight was not as hard as you probably thought. Of course, as I said, Raygun Mark II SMG variant, it's absolutely fantastic as well. It does around 1.8 thousand damage in the non-crit spot, and then 5 to 6,000 damage on the crit spot. But for me, this thing just absolutely destroys the boss, man. Like, as you can see right there, we're doing so much damage in between phases as well when he was like up there. So far, this has been the best weapon that I used so far on this boss fight. SVD was pretty good as well. We did use the DM10 yesterday, and it was fantastic also, but nothing really compares to the AMR, man. Like, that double standard augment that does double the non-crit damage is just so good. And 22,000 damage in the head, well, that means a 3-shot to the health cap basically on round 55 and up. But again, a body shot is gonna be the same amount of damage. Still, 3 shots at the body at health cap, so that is just insane. I feel like right now this is pretty much the best weapon you can use in the game against anything. I did use the LR762 sniper against the dinosaur, and it did around 15,000 damage in the crit spot, but unfortunately double tap doesn't really work with that weapon. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments if you have beaten this boss yet, and if you did, what is your favorite weapon to take it down with? Are you still using the ray gun, or do you prefer bullet weapons? And if you prefer bullet weapons, what is your go-to choice? Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.